Well, hello everyone. I'm Brian Rohde. I'm the manager of speakers for the PMI Great Lakes chapter. And with me today, I have our keynote speaker for our upcoming Professional Day of Development on October 18th, Dr. Leon Herzon. And we're going to do a little chat here. I'm very excited about having him as a guest in this interview and also to have him as a guest for our Professional Day of Development. So currently, Dr. Leon is the head of consulting for the IIL Institute of International Learning, is IIL, right?
So yeah, first of all, Brian, thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity. Look forward to seeing you guys in person. Generative AI specifically, which is the topic we're going to discuss, it happened a few years back when I was attending a global executive meeting with PMI. So I represent IIL with the Global Executive Council. And they were presenting generative AI. They started to ask a question, and it was so funny because they asked a question on the keyboard, and then this voice started responding based on what was going on the screen. And after that, I realized somebody was on the microphone reading that, but I thought that was pretty cool. So I got super interested and said, man, those are very nice responses, right? So those large language models and things like that. So that was when I really got deep into that. And you can see it's a bunch of books that I read on AI, the history of AI, and the challenges and everything else. So I got really excited on the topic.
Well, awesome, awesome. So that actually leads perfectly into my second question I have for you, which is what excites you the most about AI? And I will say specifically in terms of project management.
The main thing is that I always saw our profession because I managed projects for a long time as well. I started my career at Shell and actually we were involved in several projects. I always look at that we are mostly doing task management, not really project management. So we had so many of those things that we have to do that didn't add a lot of value, but they were necessary. When you look to generative AI now, and the fact that it can help you to augment your capabilities to do a lot of the stuff that we usually would take so much time. Give you an example, and we're going to see that when I'm presenting. Can you imagine a schedule with hundreds of tasks? If you have to make a change, even if you use Microsoft Project or whatever tool, it still takes a lot of time for you to look to that, move things. Which one should I start first? Try and error. If you put that on generative AI, you give a schedule and you ask, can you show me how to compress that? And what are the recommendations? Instead of several hours or even days, it's going to take a few seconds. So that saves us so much time that we can start looking to things on a more strategic view than tactical, right? Operational and task oriented. So I really see generative AI as a huge benefit for us to save time and get us where we can add more value.
Great, that's excellent. And your two topics that you're bringing to us at the PDD are generative AI for creative thinking in projects and generative AI for problem solving in projects, which
Exactly.
I love the little distinction in there. I actually had to open the documents twice and make sure I wasn't opening the same thing, but they are very different. It's
They
it's
are
very
different,
similar, but
yeah.
it's also quite different.
Yeah, so we open with the creative thinking, right? Because we are on a point in time, and I'm going to explore that during our conversation, where there's this type of ideas fatigue because we feel so much pressure to innovate, to get new things out, and brainstorming after brainstorming, and etc. And there is a point that that's it. I cannot come with anything else, right? And then after that, if you use generative AI, you will come with new ideas, generate new ways to do things that you never thought. Nobody on your team thought about that. So that's what we're going to explore on that creative thinking is to help us. Is not to replace. And I'm going to emphasize that a lot because it's not that brainstorming is done. No, it's not. You should have your brainstorming, but everybody after brainstorming, it's done. You say, well, that's it. We are done. Then you can go to generative AI and you're going to get a lot of things. Everybody listening to this, if you can bring your laptop or your tablet or whatever, we are going to do some live stuff. You can follow doing the thing. The closing, when we talk about problem solving, that is that we have a few problems to solve when we manage projects, right? I just gave you an example, compressing a schedule. And that's something really cool that I hope people will like that. We're going to create a project bot. So I'm going to show you how to create your own project bot that's going to analyze a project and provide possible approaches. Are we going to use waterfall? Are we going to use Agile or Scrum? Are we going to use Kanban? And it gives you the features for each of them and ask you to make the decision. And after that, it provides you a schedule. So there are so many problems, earned value management, things like that. How is my project? So that's how we're going to close the day. So yeah, they are distinct.
Mhm.
First, we start with the creative process, and then, okay, let's solve some problems.
That's excellent. Well, I personally am very excited about both of those things because I'm constantly thinking like, boy, I ought to be using more AI, but how do I come up with what to do with AI? Maybe it sounds like the first one will teach me how to.
No, exactly. And we're not going to only explore ChatGPT. Everybody can use PMI Infinity, came out with 2.0. Fantastic. So
Mhm.
there are many, many options for us to play with that. So
That-
I hope to accomplish answering your original question is to get you guys excited to start playing with that because we learn by doing. We learn by trying and everybody's going to have their own process. But at least if that can trigger your excitement and say, okay, I have to do that, I think we have objective accomplished.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very excited about it. Really looking forward to catching the whole presentation. The few interactions I've had with you already, I have a really good time. I'm sure all the folks at home watching this right now or watching on their work break or whenever they're watching it or just during work. I'm sure they're pretty excited about seeing what else you have to offer here. So, yeah, everybody, come check out Dr. Leon Herzon. He's going to be speaking at our PMI Great Lakes chapter professional day of development. It's on October 18th. So make sure you get registered for that. It's coming up very quick here. So, Dr. Leon, thank you so much for your time. And we're really looking forward to seeing you live in person.
Thank you, Brian. My pleasure. See you then.